Hello, my friends from YouTube. This is Travis Semulin Sours, and I have for you today an Adventures in Forgotten Realms draft. It's best of 3 on MTG Arena. If you like the content here, please consider subscribing to the channel or checking out the Twitch stream. It's at twitch.tv/Semulin. You know how sometimes you're in a draft and your first pick and even your second pick are kind of underwhelming? What do you do when that happens? How do you try and find the right deck? Hopefully, I'll answer some of those questions for you today. Enjoy the draft. I'm thinking about Ray. This is a really unexciting first pack. Ray is okay in your black deck. I'm wondering if we just take the Sepulchre Ghoul and see if we can get Black-Red Sacrifice to come together, or take the Null Hunter, which is a fine green drop. I don't see anything here I'm excited about. I think the Ghoul is a role player in its deck, which is basically Black-Red Sacrifice. The Null is fine. I'm just going to take the Ghoul. If this comes together, then cool. We'll be glad we took it. And if it doesn't, I have no problem abandoning it. This is another pack that just doesn't really have anything going for it, eh? Something on the watch is usually able to be spun into a kill spell. The Booger Bear is okay. Grim Wanderer is okay. But like, I don't feel compelled to force Black-Red because I first picked a Sepulchre Ghoul. So I'm kind of pretending that's not there and then trying to think, okay, what's the best card in this pack? And it's maybe Wanderer, maybe Drop, maybe something on the watch. Basilisk is decent too. That's fair. It's unexciting. Unglued, thank you for the resub. Y'all spam some cats for Unglued. I think I'm going to go with Wanderer. I've been relatively happy with this card, but again, I'm ready to jump ship as soon as something happens. All right. So I got Spoils of the Hunt, Green Dragon, Minimus Containment are the cards I'm looking at here. This pack is better than both of the other two we saw by a lot. Minimus Containment's kind of hard to hate on because it does answer everything, but I really like green. I think I'm going to go with Spoils. I could respect either of these two. Okay. So I could take me a Green Dragon. I could take me a Sylvan Shepherd. But I think I'm usually pretty happy with one Green Dragon. So we're probably green, but I don't know what we're pairing it with yet. I was on the containment train for a while, DeHaltis. I'm not anymore. It's pretty good. There's some argument to take the Conjurer here. Because I don't think there's any reason for us to be thinking about any other color. The Torch is fine, but this is another pretty weak pack. Yeah, if I end up in blue, I'll be happy to have this. I've already got 1/6. If I don't, who cares? Okay, there's another Spoils. So we're just in green, and we'll play green and whatever else happens to open up. Given that that's the case, I'd really rather focus on green cards so that I could potentially open, I don't know, a red, black, blue, white bomb and take that. So I'm going to take the Shepherd here. This is probably at its best in green-white life gain and at least playable in blue-green dice rolling. I mean, sure, I like fixing. What a weird start to a draft. I also really like one Cursed Idol main decked, so I don't see a reason to stop taking the green cards until there's just not any. The only thing out of this I actually have main decked was Spiked Pit Trap. I wasn't particularly happy about it, but you can. It's mostly that 5-mana burn spell in red. Jank, did you not see me resolve Tiamat last week? It's not that bad. It does what it says on the tin. And sometimes that's all you need. I don't hate Villain's Lair. It's incredibly easy to pick up, though. I don't think we're going into a deck that's going to want Trickster's Talisman, but I'm not going to see another one of those. Herbalist is pretty bad, but we can play it if we have to. I've had decks where it was at least okay. Sure. I've played that before, too. Green-red, huh? Cool. I guess we're green-red. Neat. That's what I wanted. I do like Mia Knoll quite a bit in green-red decks, but green has felt a bit more open. We could take that green Grim Bounty and consider doing something like that, but I think Meteor Swarm's so good that we're just green-red now. And if we don't get their own playables, we'll play a Pit Trap and an Herbalist and be like, whatevs, we cool. But I do think I want the one Gnoll at the very least. Oh, Lord. Owlbear or Outlander? I like both them cards a lot. I think the Outlander's a better pick right now. Because I think I can find another Owlbear. And you just can't find 2/3s for 2. It's tough. It's really tough. How many of these is too many, you reckon? I'm gonna see if we can find out. Okay. Basilisk just went way up in our pick order. I may not be able to get away with this now, eh? But I don't have to play another color for removal. I could take that Trickster and see if we can hit a few more dice rollers. Which is kind of unlikely, but possible. And I think it's still the call. I mean, I could also just still be doing this. What's the neat thing about cosmetics? If you don't like them, you don't have to buy them. I like them. I mean, this still seems just better. I'd rather just have low quality cards in the deck and get to play all of this crap. Yeah, let's do it. I'm green-red searching for playables. How far off from playables am I? I'm pretty far. Because I want to take this plummet. I'm still taking the plummet. It's too good. I don't need to hit a lot of bodies, but I do need some bodies here. Red's being cut, but nobody's in green-red. There's probably like 5 people drafting black-red. And I suppose we could still move. Like, I've got enough playables in black and blue that we're not entirely married to something. We just know we're playing green. I've played Bag of Holding in decks like this before. I've also played Price of Loyalty, but I think I'd rather have access to this, because if we just get really poor card quality, this can make up for that some. I kind of just want a bunch of 4/3s now. But if I have to slip into blue for playables, I think we're kind of set up to do that. I mean, seems good. Board stalled? Cool, we'll start going in the dungeon. Not stalled? I guess I'll go fish for a creature. Okay, let's do that then. I really need to be taking bodies over just about anything else. So I'm going to have to take the Tiger Tribe Hunter here, which is a fine card. I don't think this is exactly where I'd want to play it, but I could. Valor Singer can do some work. I think green-red is, or green-blue is what I was supposed to be doing, right? Because we're seeing these things. But I also think Meteor Swarm's busted. And if I can just get to a playable count here, I'll be fine. Yeah, green-blue was definitely where it was at this draft. But I kind of don't care. Yeah, we just need bodies. I said I wanted a bunch of 4/3s. Let's not look a gift 4/3 in the mouth. Because we're almost there on playables. There's another 4/3 sold. I don't need this. We can play the Bag of Holding if we feel like we need that sort of effect. Feels like a pretty good start. I'm excited to see what Pack 4 has for us. Don't really need any of this, and my creature count's way too low. I may have to cut the tavern. And I really don't like this in the color combo we're in, but I don't have much of a choice. Because I think we're going to be playing some number of Dryads, which isn't the worst. I like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We needed that. I'd have been happy with this or that. I don't love playing Direwolf Prowler, but we're going to play Direwolf Prowler. I didn't expect that to wheel either. I'm very, very pleased that it did. Like I said, blue is what we eventually determined was actually opened. The problem was we opened a Bloody Meteor Swarm. I'm sorry. I'm going to play it. Because I can put like Bag of Holding and a Neverwinter Dryad in this and be pretty fine. I could almost play that Gretchen if we're going to run 18 lands. And then have 2 sources of card draw. I might just do that. Bonjour, Armand. So we're short 2 playables. Our creature count isn't quite high enough. I don't think Meet in a Tavern's doing enough here. But I do like the idea of having access to some card draw. If I'm doing that, I don't know why I wouldn't play 18 lands, Bag of Holding, and Gretchen. Because, like, I could put another card in here, but none of them are any good. I'll build my own mana base. Thank you very much. The Innkeeper is not ramp. And it does not help fix you. Let's understand this. When people talk about ramp, the reason people call ramp is the card Rampant Growth, which was 2 mana to get a land and put it into play, and you got to keep the land. With this, you get a token and then it goes away. So that means I need some value on the Innkeeper. And if it's fixing me for blue, and the whole point is we want to activate Gretchen, it's not actually fixing me for blue. Like, I'm not splashing this because it's a 0/4. I think the Innkeeper is quite good in green-white. I think here it's quite bad. I don't think it's doing anything I want to do. Now, if somebody's playing like 3/3/1s and is being really aggressive, I'm absolutely interested in this. But I don't think that's actually the case. Like, I need to see what I'm up against before we start thinking about that, eh? I kind of do need to go 8 red if we're going to hit these double reds, because I really only need the double green a little later. I'm worried that the Meteor Swarm, I'm going to draw it and then not be able to do anything with it. Well, I got like all of these Spoils of the Hunt late in pack 1. And then we opened a Meteor Swarm and I was like, oh, okay, I guess we'll do that. The problem is I need the green early. And I can't realistically keep hands without green. So I think I have to go 1 less red, which kind of sucksers. So we're really going to need this Gretchen to do some work for us, but I think that it's possible that it could. Fair enough. Maybe it was just us playing green Croaker. All right, let's talk. I don't want to fire this off for a treasure token, but I can. All right, well, how do you feel about a Planeswalker then? Apparently pretty good. I think I still like this so I can get the treasure token and have Meteor Swarm if I have to have it. Like, we could top deck a land and get a 2-for-1 off of it. And I don't think they can kill her here. Although it is setting me up to be behind. Because I'm still going to need a land either way. I don't need that, I need a land. You play a different song, lady.
Come on, hurry up, let's go.
It's a Manticore? Some sort of combat trick? The Manticore. Okay, I could handle a Manticore.
There are so many things to see.
Brunor Battlehammer! I'll probably just go to kill that now that I can, right? Because that seems really handy. Does mean the Cursed Idol will probably get some work done. They were trying to go black-red and didn't hit enough playables. I find this acceptable. So we can't Meteor Swarm yet. But we can start going into that dungeon and have a good time while we're here. I kind of just want to keep running the same one. That would let me cast Meteor Swarm, so I guess we're okay with that. Because next turn is going to be, I think, pretty good. I've been had.
Rogue hits harder than that. Come on, hurry up, let's go.
Is that good? Looks like they think it's good. They're red-black, but they didn't quite get their own playables, so they had to dip into some treasures to make this work. It feels like if I can survive the early game, I'm probably going to be okay. And I think this deck can survive the early game. I might want to Neverwinter Dryad. Because I don't really need a green dragon against them, but I need something to do with a bunch of mana. I play a 1-3. What is a 1-3 block? Not much. Like, we just trim out the blue entirely. Play this and, like, I don't know. You meet in a tavern at that point. I still think she's probably worth playing. I'm just a little worried about getting run over. It's Oakwood. It's Oakwood. I'm going to cut a land on the draw. I feel pretty good about that decision. Because I'd rather have that than a land right now. You're probably talking about Storybook Brawl, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Good old Borderland Minotaur, yo. Still good after all these years.
Our battle is sure to who's ready for adventure.
I'm ready for adventure. We want to draw Meteor Swarm. Ironically, yes. Yes, we do. That was a stupid question.
Ooh, rough crowd, huh, Groke?
Is Broke her frog? Oh, I don't even have to kill their creatures. They're doing it for me.
There are so many things to see.
Can't cast the Meteor Swarm now, but I think we're going to be okay. Use they, please, Miso. We do not know the gender of our opponent. I could use a creature here. I mean, yeah, venturing doesn't really do anything for me.
A stranger is just a friend to be.
Yeah, the owlbear seems nice here, considering their life total's pretty low. So hitting a red source would be pretty hot here. That's not one. So I can venture and give that -4, -0. It seems alright.
I just love a good quest.
If they want to use their next turn to kill her, it's going to be tough. There we go. Owl beer. Well, I try not to use removal if my hand can handle something or my life total is not in jeopardy. But that's just old limited thinking, which doesn't necessarily hold up in new limited environments. But it's like if your board can handle something and your removal's instant speed, you should probably not be firing it off just because you can. But he was still Targnar! You may have to evaluate that differently if you have Grim Bounty, because it's sorcery speed. Figured out how we can lose. Like, that's just a really solid card. Imagine they have Spoils of the Hunt. We just lose this game. Like, by a lot. May as well make them do it. Dark comes in the night. Ugh. I can trade Targnar for the Skeletons. Which I think I'm in a position to do. I'm not super happy about it. But it's probably where I need to be. I could block the white with Targnar, but they have to have something if they're sending it, right? And they wanted this to die? Or maybe they just didn't see it? I can't play around anything anymore. Yeah, whatever they had last turn, they're going to get me with here. Because they had something. Could have killed me, but wanted value. I can respect that. I can respect that. So I was right with the read that they had something. Let's see if we can punish them for it. Be nice if it was a little more, but we'll take it. Yeah, this is the new music. I'm digging it. This is probably better. Okay, no, if they have another combat trick, I'd still rather have the fireball left over. Because I'm going to have to untap and kill it next turn, but if I can get the 2-for-1, we may be safe. It does not have fan favorite Jamaican Cyber Turtle. I wanted to do that while they were tapped out. Don't let me die to a goblin, please. I may have to kill one of those if we don't draw a good blocker. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That sucks. I'm taking this hit just in case they draw something better, because any creature stabilizes me against those two. But I think they drew a removal spell. Deck. Knowing that their deck is mostly combat tricks, we can play a little differently. But that's a frustrating one to bump into. That's going to be impossible to clear. And we're dead. I can beat that though. They made a mistake. That's one we can capitalize on. The big problem was the white. And me being a little nervous about it. I don't have a lot of clean answers for that early. I kind of want the Brazen Dwarf, and I didn't see a lot to do with this idol. Yeah, I think I'd rather just have the blocker. I can turn off those 1/1s. It was a weird back and forth. They had flyers I don't care about, right? Like, all my other removal kills the flyers. Oh, God. Change that Brazen Dwarf to a Bag of Holding, and we're talking. But this deck is not going to mulligan well on the play. Like, at all. I have to keep that. I don't want to keep that. But I kind of have to. No, that's pretty good. That's going to be tough for us to beat. But we've got top decks that would put us right back at this game. Well, yeah, we'll need some non-lands, obviously. That seemed alright. We're still not safe. They've got decent 6 drops. I need my bag. Ochre jelly does not seem great here. It triggers at the next end step, right? So they're going to have it in play. Neither of these are saving me. Because I'm going to have to double block them, and as soon as I try to double block the stack, they're going to kill me. Like, I legitimately cannot double block the stack. They have too many combat tricks. I suspect I'm dead to another combat. No, I'm not dead to a combat trick. What? Okay, now we got a game. Nani? Do we need the creature? We need the creature next turn. Need to play around the Black Dragon and the 7/6 now. Terrell, thank you very much, my friend. Y'all spam some cats for Terrell. Thank you, buddy. They're starting to scare me. I'm doing good, Terrell, but this is an intense moment.
Who's ready for adventure? Time for the big finale.
The treasure just finishes it. What dungeon am I in? Drain them? It doesn't matter, we just turn them sideways. Hey, that's why we have a sim math emote. Yeah, I may have misplayed that. It's okay. Yeah, they get haste. That's the first time I've ultimated her. Why did I have haste? Because of her ultimate. Yeah, we had lethal. Yeah, put it in the Discord, Darrell. I'm doing good to answer your question. I'm just in the middle of a very intense game. This is the best we can get. It's still going to be tough. I forgot about haste from the emblem. It's the first time I've ever emblemed her. General seems like a fine place. That's a real fair 2-drop. I guess I shouldn't complain. I have Meteor Swarm, but that card's real good. I don't think we attack this turn. I think we attack next turn with 2 of these up. And I want that dead now. I remember. If they've got power word kill, I'm in a lot of trouble here. They don't have power word kill. Therefore, I'm not in a lot of trouble here. Oh, it's a dragon. That's fair, but they'd have still used it. So either way, I'm trading a 4/4 for one of these. But I think we have to be okay with that. I will, Terrell. Really needed a non-land there. Because they've still got pretty good trades here. It's going to get less awkward for him. So I can do 6, 7, and have us back at parity. I can't kill him with this, but I can at least not deal with that. I could kill this, but it's just forcing a trade on my goblin token, which I don't think I want. Is there a world where I'm supposed to swing first and see if they block? Maybe there's a world where I take out the giant and the wolf. We've seen a ton of tricks, but most of the tricks give trample. Thank you for the host, Magic. Gotta attack with the sellsword now. I don't care for this. No, I can't yet. It's close. But I've still got one more damage-based removal spell to draw, and if I lose him, I can't use it. Now I can, but they just trade off here. Oh, that makes the 4/4 harder to block next turn. They're going to trade for my 1/1. I don't think I care about that. Oh, come on. Casual top decks. Because Herald may close out this game for them. The Herald is why I discarded the land there. Like, technically, if we drew the bag, I'd rather have the land. But if we're not drawing the bag, not much I can do about it. I can't even attack with this. I can attack with it now. But I'd rather just do it when they tap out here. If they've top decked the power word kill between now and then, I'm in a bit of danger. Okay, that's a blocker they're not going to have next turn. But now I can't really swing. I could sort of swing with the shepherd. No, I'm trading the shepherd for the ghast, which I don't want to do.
You hear that perfect melody. Love that beat. There are so many things to see.
Ragnar may be able to get us a hit in. Targnar demands to be blocked, which I like. The question is, am I getting more value from coming into a dungeon here? Because I think I can attack with these two, but I'm a little nervous about what happens with this white. I kind of want to go fish for the creature and then make my decision. Because that makes it a lot easier. They're going to get a 2-2 off of this if I swing with it, but I'm also going to gain some amount of life, which I dig. And I can up double Targnar's power, which I dig. I don't want to die to a removal spell because they have a kill a flyer spell. I need to be a little cautious here, but not a lot of cautious. I think this is the most cautious attack I can make. Team swing? I don't think a team swing works, right? Because they would take the 4, chomp, 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 take 1, and then have me dead on the backswing. Well, not quite dead, but I think they have that double power card or 5 damage. So I'm trying to play around the second choose your weapon, which we know they have. That's what I'm so concerned about, because I should be able to close the game with the dragon. If they have that card, I can kill them with Targnar next turn. Yeah, I'm giving them a free 2/2, sure. If they want it. Yes, they do. Okay, they had Plummet. So now we can make Targnar decisions. Because Targnar has to be blocked now. And I've got Gretchen to block on my side. I think we got this. Sure.
Time for a sad song.
Aren't they just dead to a swing team here? Or at least pretty bloody close to it. Because they got some chumping to do. Oh man, I love best of 3 Magic. This is a bit of overkill, but why not? That was close. They had a good deck if too many combat tricks, but it was still very good. Whew. I can breathe a sigh of relief. That's really cool, Terrell. I like it. You can still get tattoos if you're fat. I'm fat. I got tattoos. I got the tattoos first and then I got fat. But like, I have news for anybody who's not fat and gets a tattoo. You're probably going to be one day. I'm trying to think of a line that Smeagol had. I probably could. I can do a lot of voices. I had to do that for the audiobooks. The Smeagol and Golem were actually quite similar. I don't usually fire off removal like this, but I got so much of it, I think it's the call. What's a line Smeagol said? I can't remember any. Tricksy fat hobbitses. Those are easy to remember. So here's the thing. I kind of have to do it again. I've sort of priced myself into just firing this off on everything they play for a turn or two. Smeagol would never hurt Master. It's close, but it's not quite. Smeagol would never hurt Master. Smeagol is nice. I think that's an okay Smeagol. I wouldn't say that it's my best. If I practiced it some, I could do it better. Well, those are Golem lines, not Smeagol lines. What you up to? You got you a rally maneuver, don't you? All right, get me. No rally maneuver. Okay, also acceptable. One in bullets. All right. That doesn't mean they don't also have a rally maneuver. Okay, they don't have a rally maneuver. They just wanted some bullet value. All right, show me what you got. Because I'm interested in doing some dungeon things here.
Words are who's ready for adventure?
I'm ready for adventure. I can already cast both of these next turn, so I don't need that. It's actually still a 5/5. So they take out the owlbear. Next turn I have treasure fight up. I take 4 damage for some reason. This all seems fine. Gretchen just looks great too. May as well just play her. Somebody getting angry. Which is fine. Get angry. Those are not great attacks. That's blocked. That's getting eaten. If I'm willing to let her take 2 damage, I can just eat one, or take 1 damage. I can let her, I can eat that. Or trade it for a 2/2, which feels like eating it to me.
Looks like we got a critic. There are so many things to see.
I think so. Good so far. We're 2-0. One of the rounds was incredibly difficult. Okay. I don't even know what this is. I guess I don't have to. Probably another bullet. don't get pack tactics. Well, that's alright. Well, that means that there's no point in really using this. I have no idea what they're doing, but we'll take it. Would I have? Oh yeah, I would have. I'm missing a few things here. They're just aggressive and want to kill me. Double Trilacera. That's a problem, yo. That's a real problem. And I don't have a wonderful answer. I don't quite have enough dice rolling to be playing the trickster. Yeah, I think I can deal with it. The problem is like that stuff the Trilacera outscales my removal. Possibly a good idea for the next one, Dom. I want to play the next round out. They didn't show me targets, but they should have minimus containments, right? I would think they would. Seems weird to cut that against a white deck. And like, I've never played, I'm not saying people haven't, but I've never played, oh God. I think I have to keep that, but it's ugly. I've never played Healing Potion without a teleportation circle. I have to keep that. This deck is not going to mulligan well. This hand only needs 1 green to get going, and there's more green than anything else in the deck. It's 18 lander. It's also got a way to interact with the Trilacera, assuming we hit the lands. Are you saying you wouldn't have kept that? That was an easy keep. It was an unhappy keep, but there wasn't actually a decision there. I think if we mulligan again, we probably lose that game. Now here's one case where if they don't kill this, I'll probably not go for mana efficiency, because the surprise Null Hunter Pump might be good enough next turn. Might not be. This one's gonna be difficult. Because I think I have to 2-for-1 myself to kill this thing. I don't want to 2-for-1 myself to kill this thing. I can't 2-for-1 myself to kill this thing. How would they block? If I had another green, I could. But I don't have another green. I guess if I have to, I could double block it and hold up spoil, like put everything in front of it. That's just awful. Oh God. We may be on Meteor Swarm or bust. That's a heap of damage I'm taking. Because I can't block it right now. I think I have to kill this Trilacera and swing back. It's uncomfortable! Okay, so I've got blocks now, which means I don't necessarily have to attack. I think that makes more sense. Okay. There's a plan developing. I wasn't going to attack with it. If they don't have a combat trick here, we win. Yeah, I like the instrument of the bards a good bit. Go get him, little buddy. See if they know the secret. They do not. Or they're saving it to trigger a bullet later. I may be hard-pressed to beat this. Because they're going to be able to get Trilacera here, get a treasure token. Okay, that I don't care about. I mean, I sort of have to care about it a little bit, but not a lot of bit. Yeah, we kept the idol in. They seem to be very afraid of their life total. And they don't really need to be right now. Like, they should be able to grind me out with that thing, but not if they can't get trades. They're continuing to just chump block with these things. I don't think they know they can block with the Dryad and activate it. Yeah, I'm not here to criticize them. I don't know what they're afraid of or what decisions they're making or what they're ramping to. Like maybe they've got something at 4 that it's worth playing so cautiously to make sure that they get it. It's also possible they're just playing poorly and don't understand some fundamentals. Like, both of these could be true. But I know I don't have to worry about them getting anything else. I'm going to play this very cautiously, because with their card advantage gone, I should be favored. Well, that's awkward. They got right back into it. Okay. I have to double block that thing, unless we think they're going to chomp again, and I don't think they're going to chomp again. All right. They're just throwing cards away. Which isn't going to matter if I can't draw some more action, because like this is lethal, and if they put the mace on it, I can't double block it, right? 4, 5, 6. I guess yeah, I can't. I mean, they basically chumped anyway, right? They just seem like they want their life total as high as they can get it. Which right now, I would like to do. Thing is that I don't have a great way around this. Okay. So I could double block it and 2 for 2 myself to kill it, and then we have to top deck an answer to her that isn't a creature. Oh, that's not really likely to happen, but that's what we got. Assuming they attack with it, which I kind of believe they will. Yeah, this is not pretty. Mostly dead. So we'd have to top deck our fireball and high roll, not to kill ourselves. So who am I to criticize their play? Maybe they were making the right decisions the whole time. Because it won them the game. You just need to gain enough life and you win. I think they played perfectly. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know about the Armory veteran. They've got some 2-drops. But I kind of don't want it. This Tiger Tribe Hunter kind of sucks. The Innkeeper's about the last card we'd want here. I have zero interest in that. I guess then we could compete with them by trying to gain more life, eh? But it's also important to remember that was Mulligan. Like, yeah, but that's not good enough. That's not actually beating anybody. I mean, if you can get infinite life, you functionally win the game. It's good when there's a reason to be doing it. This is insane. They did get their bullet though. But you ain't got that much time. Boom. We take these. It was weird after that intense round to bump into that. I mean, again, I'm not here to criticize my opponent's play. I signed up for it. I made some mistakes in game 2. Mistakes were made. Hopefully lessons were learned. I'm pretty happy with this. All of these cards performed about how I wanted them to. The Tiger Tribe Hunter was not great, but we just needed bodies towards the end. I'll take that one.